Mao's Top 10 Moments, presented and selected by davisbmao. Event 10. Mao joins the Red Army at a young age. Joining the army shaped Mao's future as it taught him two things. The first thing it taught him was how to fight and stay alive. The second thing it taught him was how to manage government. This may have led him to believe communism would be a better way of life later on in his career. Event 9. Letting 100 Flowers Bloom. Mao launched the Letting 100 Flowers Bloom campaign in 1956 to promote a free exchange of views. This campaign showed Mao that when you let people voice their opinions, they will not always love what you are shooting for, in this case, communism. Letting 100 Flowers Bloom also helped Mao denounce people who fought against the foreign news by writing davisbmao and many other public humiliations. Event 8. The 1937 alliance with the Nationalist Party to fight Japan. This alliance was so helpful to the communists because it gave them time to rest while fighting Japan. They got an army to later fight the Nationalists. This time essentially saved the Red Army. Without this rest period, the Red Army would have fallen to the Nationalists. Event 7. The Hunan Peasant Movement. This movement founded the Red Army, making it so the communists could fight back against the Nationalists. The Hunan peasants laid the foundation for the soon-to-be communist government. Without this movement, it would have taken the Communist Party much longer to establish a small government. Event 6. Mao's time as a student in Beijing. Mao's time in Beijing University taught him about communism. This made Mao decide that China should become a communist country. This led Mao to joining the Communist Party, which was crucial to Mao one day leading the Communists. Event 5. The 1923 alliance with the Nationalists. This alliance gave the Communists a time of peace to gather a military so they could later take control of China. Without this alliance, the Nationalists would have probably taken control of China. This time also made the Soviets happy, as they wanted this alliance to be formed. Because of this, relations with Russia were not damaged, but helped. Event 4. The beginning of the Great Leap Forward. The Great Leap Forward turned out to be a disaster, killing many innocent peasant workers. However, when it was created, it seemed like a fine idea. It was supposed to make China wealthy. The Great Leap Forward was designed to turn lots of individual peasant farms into steel plants. It would then make communal farms. This was supposed to make China very wealthy, but China had 2 back-to-back bad harvests, plus many farms had been turned into steel plants. This made millions of people starve to death. To make matters worse, all of the steel turned out to be scrap. Event 3. The Long March. Though the Long March in 1934 was a tragedy, it helped the Communists win the war against the Nationalists. The Nationalists chased the Communists 6,000 miles across China to the Shaanxi province. 1/10 of the 80,000 men survived. There was a good side to this because the Nationalists assumed the Communists were dead, and then the Communists came back to win. In addition to that, Communists made friends with the peasants to gather a bigger army. That was how the Communists won the war. Event 2. Defeat of the Nationalists. With the Nationalists beat, the road for communism was clear, and the People's Republic of China could be established. Once the Nationalists were run off, Mao and the Communists were the top dogs, and they easily took control. Event 1. The launch of the Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution. The start of the Cultural Revolution completely changed China, unifying it with communism and the foreign news. Also, the start of the Cultural Revolution had Red Guards, high school or college kids that fought for Mao, destroying the four olds. This was important because it solidified Mao's position as a political figurehead. Mao launched the Cultural Revolution to dispose of his rivals in the Communist Party.